What up, everybody? It's your boy BD. Currently freezing my motherfucking ass off in my back room. It's about 4:24 a.m. Tuesday morning. This is the second of. Sorry about that. This is the second of the 2 days I had off. Monday was obviously the first one. As I mentioned, I'm freezing my ass off. I'm gonna go ahead and see how cold it is right now. It's currently 46 degrees right now in Bellflower, California, with that little bit of the wind chill. Probably makes it about maybe a good 43, maybe a 42. It's supposed to be getting lower once 5 or 6 rolls around. But pretty sure y'all didn't want to hear me bitch about the weather and how cold and fucking frozen my fingers are and how I'm huddling up. I wanted to go ahead and do this video for you guys to go ahead and show you. I was just playing a little bit of zombies by myself, just trying to see how well I do, and quite frankly, I didn't do well enough. I'm still getting the feel for this map a little bit. I know I've only played it so far with a few other buddies of mine and my brother, and not even myself or my brother could get really far. I think the furthest we got was maybe like round 9 or something. I'm slowly getting the hold of the map. I know that there's one level in particular, well, one area in particular that I frequent, that I like to go to. It's the perfect place to pull some trains. Not very often you would get stuck in a corner. Not very often you get cut off, as long as you have, just the right areas open, all that stuff. Just typical train etiquette, But without further ado, I want to go ahead and get to the real reason I'm doing this video. As I mentioned, that Black Ops 3 kind of took a page from Advanced Warfare's book. With Advanced Warfare, you have like supply drops. So multiplayer, you have supply drops. I know I've done about maybe 2 or 3 videos doing supply drops for you guys. I said the only time I was ever going to do any of the supply drops and the liquid diviniums is going to be when I go ahead and record it for you guys. I said very rare that it's going to be like that. So this one in particular will actually be my very first liquid divinium purchase, I guess you could say. As I said, I was just playing some zombies by myself a little bit, just seeing how I could do. I purchased just the simple shotgun off the wall, the KRM 66, I believe it is, or the KRM 60, something like that. And I got my 3rd liquid divinium, as it says, power up 1 vat, 2 vats, better chance at rare, 3 vats is your best chance at a rare. So we're still not guaranteed a rare here. It's just our chance of getting rare is basically higher than most. The cool thing about liquid diviniums, which I think is really cool, is they're literally random. Literally, they'll drop anywhere. You get them by purchasing a wall gun, purchasing perks, pack-a-punch and shit, opening a door. Pretty much anything that involves you spending money in the zombies mode is pretty much a way you will go ahead and earn some liquid divinium. So I'm gonna go ahead and cash in this liquid divinium and let's see what we get. Oh, I guess I got all 3 of those. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and see just what in the hell I got. Customized gobble gun. Here we go. So let's see. Oh, nice. So I got some pretty. Yeah, as you can see, unfortunately, I got no rares. Oh, that actually kind of sucks. So we learn a little bit. You learn something every day. So these gobble gums only have a one-time use. So that's really unfortunate. So I noticed one of them that I pulled is actually really cool. Actually, 2 of them I did. So the first one I want to talk about is called Immolation Liquidation. It has a 3-time use, so you can use it up to 3 times. And what it'll do is it'll spawn a fire cell drop for you guys. That, by the way, is the first out of the 2 that I said that immediately stuck out. And and it'll tell you right here, it says find liquid divinium at doors, wall buys, and power up machines to create more gumballs in Dr. Monty's factory. Now, unfortunately, as I said, these do only have about 1 use, unless I'm being mistaken. It says 1 gumball is consumed each time this gumball buff is used. So I'm going to assume that every time you eat the gumball in the game, it's done. I was thinking maybe it's like you only have 1, so it could be in only 1 pack. I know, as I'll show you guys here, you can make like 10 packs of gobble gum. You can rename a, you can name a pack, you can, all that good stuff. So I figured maybe that's what it was talking about. But it's gonna go ahead and say that basically once you eat it, that's 1 already used. So unfortunately, I've only got 1 of each that I've gotten so far. Licensed contractor, which has also a 3-time activation thing. It'll spawn you a carpenter power up. Now this was the other really interesting one that I was digging so far. Oh, that's you. Oh, that's cool. Okay, so you only have 1 activation for this. And the awesome thing I love about the Phoenix Up gumball, it says revives all teammates. Teammates keep all of their perks. So definitely this is going to be probably one of the greatest gumballs you can get, other than this one right here, which spawns a max ammo power up, which only has a 1-time activation, unfortunately. But yeah, Phoenix Up is really fucking great. I love it. Let's see. Now these are really cool. Some of these gumballs actually give you kind of like elemental effects. Like I know this one's kind of cool. I know a lot of people will probably go after this one. And it'll last for 3 full rounds, so I'm not entirely sure what that means. Seeing as it lets you keep all your perks after being revived. So I'm not entirely sure if that means after those 3 rounds, you're done, you lose your perks again. I'm not entirely sure how that's supposed to work. But let's see. This one is really cool as well. This one, it activates immediately and it only lasts 2 hits, so you can only get hit twice. But the next time you take melee damage, nearby zombies burst into fire. Dead of Nuclear Winter, which is pretty cool. It spawns you a nuke power up. Ephemeral Enhancement, which is it's pretty decent. You can only activate it 2 times and only lasts for about a minute. But it's pretty cool because the weapon you have, it'll turn into a pack-a-punched weapon. I'm feeling lucky is definitely a really cool one. If you're feeling kind of dangerous, or if you just, think, oh, this is kind of like a care package. Well, it kind of is, because this one you can spawn random power up. We already went over those ones. Pop Shocks is another one that's just like Burned Out over here. Pop Shocks is an auto activates with melee attacking zombies. Now this one is a little different from Burned Out, as it says it auto activates when you melee a zombie, and you can only use it about 5 times. But it says melee attacks trigger an electrostatic discharge, electrocuting nearby zombies. So go ahead and think the Galvanuckles meets the Wonder Waff. Basically, the Galvanuckles, if you guys remember those from Black Ops 2, were pretty cool. I know that the Galvanuckles were a lot better than the Bowie. Like, I know the Bowie's only like a 1-hit kill till a certain round. The Galvanuckles lasted about a round or 2 more. I know if you got the Galvanuckles with a ballistic knife, it was like a 1-hit kill to like at least like 16 or 17. So yeah, when you use this one, definitely think about like the Galvanuckles meets the Wonder Waff. Respin cycle sounds pretty interesting. You can only use it 2 times, but it respins the weapons in a magic box after it has been activated. So what I'm going to assume is, you know how you sit there and you gotta wait for the weapon to kind of go down if you don't want to grab the weapon. It might be a sucky weapon. Just go ahead and hit this gobble gum and it'll respin that box for you. Now this one is really cool for the simple fact that it auto activates when you have the maximum perks. I believe you're only allowed to carry 4 perks, but this one will allow you to buy an extra perk. Who's keeping score is interesting. It'll let you spawn a double points power up. You can use that one about 2 times. The cashback, which is what I said, it was just, you can go ahead and assume that everybody and their mother will probably have this one in their gobblegum pack. It's a rare for a good reason. You can only activate it once. Obviously, it would be kind of OP if you could activate it, maybe like 3 times or whatever. But this one will go ahead and spawn a max ammo power up. Same thing with this one, as it'd be a rare, but this one is a little more lenient. It'll give you 2 activations. The Killjoy Gumball will go ahead and let you spawn an insta-kill power-up. On the House is really cool. It's really interesting. You only get 1 activation for it, but this one will spawn you a free perk power-up. Wall Power is really awesome. Activates immediately and will last until your next wall buy gun purchase. But the next gun you buy off a wall becomes pack-a-punched. Killing Time, matter of fact, these are the only 2 ultra rare gumballs, at least for now. I'm not sure if there's gonna be like more gumballs, say for like DLC packs. As far as I know, the gumballs have not been that much discussed so far. But one of the 2 ultra rare gumballs is called Killing Time, which only has 1 activation. All zombies freeze in place for 20 seconds. If they are shot, they will be annihilated when the time is up. So I want you guys to go ahead and think the Winter's Howl from the 5 map on Black Ops 1. What the Winter's Howl basically did was, it was kind of like a one-hit kill almost. Just as long as either you shot at them or just as long as you meleeed them while they were in ice. I know the Winter's Howl lasted a little bit, like I think maybe a good like 5 seconds. When you upgraded it to the Winter's Fury, they stayed frozen for about 10 seconds. Some of them died off. Some of them you would have to go ahead and shoot up a little bit, to get that ice to break. So think like that weapon, basically, in the form of a gumball. And the last one, which is obviously probably going to be the most OP gumball probably ever in existence. It activates immediately once you get it, but Perkaholic goes ahead and it gives you all perks in the map. So far, that's pretty much, I rolled these 3. I don't know if they were like all 3 in a row by chance, or if that's just how they organize them for you. I don't know. But I definitely dig the Immolation Liquidation and the Phoenix Up. The Phoenix Up, by far, if you ask me, is probably the most interesting one. I think this will probably be the most used gumball, other than Perkaholic and Killing Time. But yeah, I'm not terribly disappointed with my gumball buys. I know that my 1 gumball roll has gotten better than all the fucking supply drops I've gotten so far on multiplayer. I know my buddy Matt, who, if you guys were watching that video, he is I have come for you _420. Him and my brother CG, who is Laser Eyes 1938, laser with a Z, and laser with a LAZOR. There you go. They've already rolled legendary variants of certain attachments for their weapons. Like my buddy Matt got a rapid, I believe he got the rapid fire legendary attachment for a Weevil or something like that. I'm not sure, but I know my brother got that for sure. He got some kind of legendary attachment for his Weevil. I can't remember if it was Matt or my brother that got the rapid fire one. I'm not entirely too sure, but they both have gotten some legendary stuff so far. I've yet to get really anything. You know, maybe it's like every fourth buy, I don't know, every third buy, I'm not entirely too sure. I know they've at one point they've saved up their crypto keys and like super cashed in. I might go ahead and save up and do the same shit. I'm not entirely sure yet. But I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna head off here. I'm gonna go ahead and play some more zombies. I'm gonna go ahead and see what I can discover. Go ahead and see what I can do. Maybe hopefully score some more liquid divinium. So yeah, this is BD. I want to thank y'all for checking me out on this one, and I am out.